Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, amateur call sign K0BJJ, and you're watching Spotter Jutting Amateur Radio. Today we are talking about mic fright and different things we can do to get over it. So, what is mic fright? Mic fright is kind of that deer in the headlights look that we get when we, just get licensed. We all had it. I had it. It's a high anxiety of just not wanting to sound like an idiot and wanting to fit into this community in which you've taken time to study for and test on and get licensed, and you want to be accepted and does not sound like a complete doofus. So, what are we going to do in order to fight mic fright? One thing that we can do is listen to the radio. We can listen to how other amateurs operate. We can kind of practice our, what we would say in like circumstances. So, to check into a repeater, one might key up and say their call sign. Another person might call up and say their call sign and say they're monitoring. If they're mobile, they'll call up, list their call sign, say they're mobile. All acceptable, all different ways to do it. It's a matter of finding what works best for you. Which brings me to my next thing. Practice what you're going to say on the radio before you say it. Believe it or not, looking into the mirror, or in this case, just practicing what you're going to say, will help you. It'll help build your confidence, because if you know how you sound, record yourself. If you know how you sound, then you can critique yourself. Stuff like that will benefit you. Another thing I'm going to tell you is try to swallow your pride and don't be afraid to make mistakes. We're all brand new hams at some point. I've been licensed for 2 years. You don't think I make mistakes? You don't think I still make mistakes? Swallow your pride. Be willing to make that mistake and learn from it. Now, we're going to use my Anytone 878 UV2 Plus. We're hooked up to DMR. We are going to be using the Parrot talk group. And we're going to, sorry, I just walked in the Parrot. We're going to make some transmissions. Now, in the video before, I talked about the how-tos and how-not-tos when it comes to a handheld. We're going to demonstrate some of those things right now. So, the first thing I'm going to show you is how to talk into a radio. We're going to depress the PTT. We'll wait 1 to 2 seconds. For these demonstrations, I will be using my call sign K0BJJ. If you are looking at this from a tactical standpoint or a work standpoint, use whatever call sign that your supervisor or your organization has set for you, but the process is the same. So, mic fright. What I want to say here, I'm thinking about it, is I'm going to cue the parrot up. I'm going to say K0BJJ testing K0BJJ. That sounds right to me. Let's give it a try. K0BJJ testing K0BJJ.
K0BJJ testing K0BJJ.
Again, radio was 3 to 4 inches away from my mouth. Talked right into the microphone, worked perfectly. Now I'm going to put this radio as arm's length away, and I'm going to hit it again, and we're going to see how that sounds. K0BJJ testing K0BJJ.
K0BJJ testing K0BJJ.
So at arm's length, that's something I told you guys not to do in the last video. It sounds a lot worse. It was a lot harder to hear. And I have the radio on, the volume on this radio cranked up. So we're going to do something else. I'm going to put this on my lap. We're going to simulate this as the radio being on my belt. I'm going to key up. I'm going to try to give some traffic. We're going to see how that sounds. K0 BJJ testing. Different operating positions. K0 BJJ.
K0 BJJ testing. Different operating positions. K0 BJJ.
And it's not too bad. Again, I have the volume cranked all the way up. I am using an above normal tone when talking while doing this. Now, if I were to be extremely soft spoken, that's obviously not going to sound as good. I'm going to reset here. We're going to get the hand mic on, and we're going to show you some of the don'ts that I had with the hand mics real quick. All right, I'm trying to get this set up so that way this microphone's up on my shoulder as much as I can with the sweatshirt. We're going to do the first don't. What we see a lot happen in the professional field is where microphone's up on the shoulder. We're going to key the microphone and the head's going to turn. K0 BJJ testing, K0 BJJ testing, K0 BJJ.
K0 BJJ testing. K0 BJJ testing. K0 BJJ.
Again, volume on this radio is all the way up. Your dispatchers are not going to want to have their volume cranked all the way up because some people shout and some people are really quiet, so they try to get a happy medium. You heard how the voice wandered, though. Now we're going to talk directly into the microphone, as we should, if it's up on the shoulder. K0 BJJ testing, K0 BJJ, mic directly in, spoken right, K0 BJJ.
K0 BJJ testing. K0 BJJ. Mic directly in, smoking right. K0 BJJ.
You heard how much louder, how much more clear that was. Again, the volume on this radio is turned all the way up. Your dispatchers, your other officers are not going to typically wear their radios that way. Now, I'm going to hook you right in the center. This is the way I suggested you holding or having your microphone. And we are going to pivot at the hip, like I told you to. And we're going to scan the room behind you while we are doing this correctly. K0 BJJ testing, K0 BJJ testing, microphone placement, center and pivoting, K0 BJJ.
K0 BJJ testing. K0 BJJ testing. Microphone placement, center and pivoting. K0 BJJ.
So I hope if you watched the last how-to video, the HT basics, that ends up helping you a little bit demonstrate the different placement techniques and whatnot. Again, for this entire demonstration, the volume on my handheld was cranked up to maximum. Your coworkers are not going to have their radios cranked up to maximum. Your dispatchers are not going to have their radios cranked up to maximum. So when it sounded light, when it sounded weak, that would be a time where they're going to have to adjust their volume. We want to speak into the radio with a confident sounding voice. And you heard during the demonstrations that I was making mistakes. I don't mind. It's part of learning. It's part about being ham. It's part of the fun. It's part of work. Whatever you're watching this video for, it's part of it. We all make mistakes. No one is perfect. That being said, I hope you found this video about mic fright and then kind of demonstrating our proper techniques helpful and informative. With that, I want to thank you all for watching Spotter Jetting Amateur Radio. If you haven't, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Remember, at 500 subscribers, we're giving away a Yaesu Baofeng Killer handheld, a Polymer Engineers 31 mix Toroid, and I've got some eyes on some FRS radios we're going to throw in the box as well. With that, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.